I'm a huge music fan, so I decided to look at the Inside Abbey Road Studios website. Now this is a little bit hard to find. It's not the same as the main Abbey Road site, which is abbeyroad.com. This is InsideAbbeyRoadWithGoogle.com, and as the name implies, it's designed by Google, and it's as much a showcase to Google's possibilities as a showcase to the amazing studio itself. Let's step inside. From the main page, you enter the studio, and you can look around at whatever interests you. Here we are in Studio 1.
Welcome to Abbey Road Studios. This is Studio 1, where some of the most famous film scores of all time have been recorded, including Star Wars and Harry Potter, where the Beatles first sung All You Need Is Love to the world, and where Kanye West recorded late orchestration.
So here you can just look around, you can, wherever your mouse cursor takes you, it's just like any Google map. You can look in the upper right hand side and get an overview of everything on the page. Tours, gadgets, videos, images, stories, things like that. Let's see, this isn't very interesting what I have. What I've right here. You can get an overview of the page, much more interesting. Time lapse in 360, very cool. You can watch the symphony orchestra set up. And you don't have to watch the whole thing, you can close. And then you can always go back and look at something else. What am I interested in here? Symphony orchestra setup? No. What else would I like to look at? An evolution of Studio 1. I know before I saw something about soundtrack recording. Let's flip to this on this other page. Still in Studio 1, and there was a nice YouTube video about recording the voiceover for The Phantom Menace here. Here they're doing some language voiceover. Very cool. I had no idea that was how Sebulba actually looked. So here we are in Studio 1. I could spend all day here. Let's go to Studio 2 instead. Another room, very cool. And here I can just click on some videos, but I could also walk up the stairs if I want to. I can walk into this really neat mixing room. Explore the equipment there if I want to by clicking around. Not much text, as you notice. It's really just a place for people to look around. I can get more info if I want, though. Here's the producers. As you can see, this site is very easy to navigate. Only one font, and it's the type is always white, but it's clear what the headline is, what the subhead is. And you can scroll down. Mainly pictures, some text. There's this guy here who's doing some work. Look at that lovely fruit. Information, all the info I want. I think I'm going to leave Studio 2 now and go to Studio 3. And then I'm directed over to Studio 3. This is pretty neat.
This is Studio 3, which has captured the experimental sounds of acts like Pink Floyd and more recently Florence and the Machine. In here you will find Abbey Road's stunning mic collection.
Mic collection? That sounds great. I think I'm going to go right to that mic collection.
Abbey Road Studios houses a treasure trove of microphones spanning the decades.
I'm going to
Each
continue.
one has specific characteristics and
Explore the mics. Look at that
this
beautiful
is the dynamic HB1 microphone, made by EMI in the 1930s. The H and B are for its inventors, Herbert Holman and Alan Blumlein. In almost every photo from Abbey Road and the BBC from the 30s and 40s, you'll see this microphone being used.
That is just
the character
amazing.
of the microphone can be changed dramatically using tiny screws.
So this website satisfies the curiosity of an audiophile like myself. I can mouse around get as much or as little information as I like about things.
This is one of the mastering rooms, where the engineers give recordings their last bit of polish. In here you will find some stories that give you more insight.
So what's so cool? I could spend hours here. I really could. So what is so cool about this site? Basically everything. It dispenses with the traditional website layout, which I think was based on print design, where you had the headline at the top and then text underneath. That you won't find that here. There's actually not a lot of type at all. And as I said, the type that is there is one font, all white, easy to read. And I think that despite, or probably because of, the non-traditional layout, this site is very easy to use. It's intuitive. Anyone who's ever gone to Google Maps can navigate this easily. In fact, in terms of usability, my only complaint is that the videos are not captioned. But I realize that making a website about a music studio accessible to those who are hearing impaired would be a massive challenge. All in all, this virtual tour site does an amazing job, not just of showing the studio, but of satisfying, if not increasing, our curiosity about the studio, about the bands that record here, and about how music is made in general. So there's videos, there's audio, there's text, there's interviews, there's even some really nice interactive things that we didn't look at here. You can try your hand at mixing, which is really cool. And so to me, it gave me the sensation of being at the studio and the wonder, the childlike wonder that you have when you're experiencing music as a music lover. I love this site. 5 out of 5 stars, Google.